tell me a little bit about what fans can expect from Ed and Lorraine this time around? It's been a few years since The Conjuring 1.
Yep.
Yeah, they can expect another supercharged Conjuring experience. You know, we delve deeper, louder,
Funnier.
Not to mention songs.
Songs. Spoiler.
tender.
Yeah, I think there's a lot in this film. It's nice. It was nice to see James push himself. Nobody pushes himself harder than he does. So I think there's, at the core of this, there's a real wonderful love story. There's a love story between them, and there's this family that's in distress. So there's that when that's the core of your story, then yes, it's told through the device of this horror movie. But I think it's got so much character and heart that ultimately is, I think, what audiences will respond to.
Well, I feel lucky that I actually got a chance to interview both Ed and Lorraine a number of years ago.
Did you really?
Yes,
Oh, that's
I did.
awesome.
What was the circumstance?
They were consultants on a couple of movies in the early 2000s, and they were so nice. I mean, you'd think like they're kind of wild-eyed demonologists, but you guys really also ground them and make them realistic. What kind of research did each of you do on your characters? I know that you met Lorraine.
Yes, and we continue to spend time with Lorraine. Yeah. We meet with her. We've met with her on both occasions. The way we start is we come together. We drive over to her house and just hang out for a day, and we can call her a friend now. I've read a lot of the Demonologist for me. The book, The Demonologist, was the biggest source for me during Conjuring 1, and really now I mostly just love spending time with her and focusing on her sensibilities and then the case in and of itself. I mean, this was a case that it was psychic torment for over the course of 6 or 7 years. And compressed now into so the script is already written there. There's only so much you can do.
Right. We're not digging through Enfield lore to try to find facts. That's not really our job. We're trying to sort of round them out and do as earnest and as honest a portrayal of them as we can. So by watching videos on YouTube and listening to CDs that they've had or cassette tapes of Ed, that's how I try to create him.
Well, you've had the privilege of working with James several times, and you're in 2 of his franchises. What is it about him that you think is so alluring for both audiences and actors?
Well, I think he pushes the genre. If you look at even what he did with Saw, I mean, that really transformed the genre in that perspective. And I knew when we did Insidious and he wanted to do something without any sort of gore or blood or language or violence, and I knew he was like, oh, this is a guy that even within this genre is just constantly trying to push the limits. And he does it more so with this film. So I think we get inspired by, get inspired by passionate people, passionate artists. That's kind of all you want to work with, is people who are going to both bring the best out of you and hope that you can bring the best out of him. So hopefully we bring a little bit of that out of him.
Truly.